Being a rebel is about rebelling against what society has brainwashed us into believing about diets, exercise, weight loss, food, meal times, the clean your plate club. What did we call it? The clean plate club. Remember that back in the day when, well, you got to clean your plate. We go against that idea. We do not accept that idea that is how society, that's how we're supposed to live our lives. I'm Cristy Code Red, and you're listening to Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle, where we believe food holds the power to heal or poison, and we believe our society has been misled regarding proper nutrition and weight loss. You're in the right place if you're looking for some straight up truth, because I'm here to shed light on the lies and brainwashing that has taken place over the past 5 decades. Thanks so much for listening. Welcome back to Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle. I am Cristy Code Red. They used to say when they'd call me out in the ring, Cristy Code Red Nickel. Oh, that was the best sound ever, you guys, back in my fighting career. Oh my goodness. So, hello to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode. I love doing this, you guys. Having a bit of a rough day today, and I just kept saying, you know what? It'll make me feel better if I just record another podcast. What's on my heart? And all day long, I've been thinking, what's on my heart? What's on my heart? And I saw something, and I said, oh my gosh, I've got to talk about this. But first, I've got to read some really great reviews that just came into the podcast. So I just burped. I have nothing if I'm not authentic. I'm so sorry. I burped right into the microphone. This first review is the 5 stars, Rebel Proud. It says at the top. This is from P Brunette 926. I hope I'm saying your name right. P Brunette 926. I found Code Red through a friend about 4 months ago, and I fell in love with the lifestyle and results. I love to share Code Red with anyone who wants to know what I'm doing. I love that. Thank you. We've got one from Tara Kruger, and 5 stars. She says, fantastic podcast. Carrie and Cristy are amazing, uplifting, hilarious, passionate, and inspiring. Wednesdays are my new favorite day. Code Red has been life-changing for our family. I am so blessed to have found Code Red. Each podcast I learn something new, and I have a good laugh. I love how they are so passionate about Code Red. Thank you for all you do. P.S. I was able to meet both of these ladies, and they are just as genuine in person. Tara, thank you. Thank you. And the last one, I like to read 3, you guys. I like to read 3. The last one is five stars as well. Love this podcast. This is from Husker at Heart. Husker at Heart. I absolutely love your no BS attitude. This is exactly what I need. You and Carrie are both such dynamic speakers. I have listened to your podcast over and over again. I'm constantly checking podcast, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of your pages for new content. Whenever I'm faced with a tough social situation where I might be tempted to cheat or just feeling a bit weak at that moment, I pull up one of your podcasts or videos and it completely renews my strength in my commitment. I am only 2 weeks in, but I'm already down 16.8 pounds. I love this program. Thank you. And thank you, Husker at Heart. Guys, anytime you rate and review, I am so grateful. That helps us so much. We are ranked really high among the fitness, the health, the nutrition podcasts. We're ranked really high, and that's all because of you. So thank you for continuing to support Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle just by rating, reviewing, downloading, sharing, all that stuff. Want to remind you about 10poundtakedown.com. That is where you can go to register for our new challenge. We have monthly challenges, and that's where you can get started. That's the best place. Everybody wants to know, how do I get started? Like they hear about, Code Red, or they see their neighbor, or they've had it with themselves, they're fed up or whatever, and they're like, where can I go to get started? The 10-Pound Takedown is always the best place. You can always get started. You can get my book off Amazon, or you can get it off from my own warehouse. You can go to coderedrevolution.com, or you can go to Amazon and put in Code Red Revolution book, and it's going to pop up for like $15. You can get it on my website for $20, whatever. You can start there if you want. Or you can start at a 10-pound takedown challenge. That's going to give you 30 days with me coming to you live every day. It's going to give you tracking sheets. It's going to give you food list, what to eat, what not to eat, rules. It's going to totally explain. It's a great way to dip your toe into the lifestyle and a great way to get to know me and see if this lifestyle is going to be the best for you. But I can't imagine how it's not, because it's real food, water, and sleep. However, I might rub you the wrong way and you might not like my personality, and that's just might be the case. But it's the proper human diet. This is not a fad. Remember, no shakes, no pills, no diet foods, no exercise. For those of you watching, I'm going to sit down here for a second. I was going to stand, and then I decided to sit down. So, okay, there we go. That's a lot better. I have a stand-up desk from Veridesk, and it's just awesome. But sometimes I just want to sit on my little stool. So, I saw something on Facebook that I had to talk to you guys about, because on Facebook, for Code Red, I manage 15 Facebook groups. I own 15 Facebook groups, and that's where we conduct our coaching. That's where we conduct our teachings. That's where the magic happens, right? That's what we do. At the time of this recording, that's what we do until we find a different platform or whatever, but that's what we do. And so part of my job, and I have people that do this for Code Red, team members for Code Red that do this, but I really want to keep my finger on the pulse of Code Red. So part of what I do is I comb through the Facebook groups all day long, and I'll stop, I'll do something else, I'll come back through. I just want to see how the coaches are responding. I want to see what the vibe is. I want to feel what the energy is with Code Red. I answer questions myself. I coach myself. I put up videos. I mean, I'm constantly on Facebook all day long, 16 hours a day. And I don't know what you think about that, like whatever, but I saw something, and it hit me kind of crazy when I just kind of like, whoa, I've never actually heard somebody say this. And I'm not going to read the whole post because it's not necessary. But here's what she writes. I'm never going to be a rebel. I continue to fail myself. There are about 5 sentences in this whole post, but that's the main gist. She talks about how many times she falls over and over and over and over. I'm never going to be a rebel because I continue to fail myself. So let's talk about what it means to be a rebel. Because this is, she's not quite, I know what she's thinking. Obviously, we put so much emphasis on we're a weight loss company, we're weight loss experts, we're weight loss coaches. But there's so much more to being a rebel than just the scale going down. And I really want you guys to get this, because I don't think that girl is not a rebel just because she's cheating. Just because she stays good. Her post said that she is good the first half of the day, but she cheats at night. Okay. I mean, we're not going to go into the details of why she's failing at night. First of all, she's keeping junk in her house. I can pretty much guarantee you that, because at night, ain't nobody want to leave. I mean, she's not, so I'm not going to go over on that. I mean, that's why job 1 is cleaning out your cupboards, guys, because most of us are proximity eaters. Look, you put a box of Lucky Charms in my cupboard. When I get triggered, I'm probably going to go in and have a handful of it. All right. So no, we don't keep junk food in our house, but she thinks that she is not going to be a rebel because she's not staying on course. And I don't see it that way. There is so much more to being a rebel than just the weight loss. Yes, we lose weight through bringing ourselves back to the proper human diet. Yes, we lose weight by drinking water instead of Red Bulls, wine, soda, juice, tons of coffee. Yes, we heal. Our bodies are able to heal because we're nourishing ourselves on a cellular level. We're eating the food that we were created to eat. It's a proper human diet. Yes. Real food, water, and sleep. We are no longer sleep deprived. We are no longer chronically dehydrated. Our body is letting go of that bioaccumulated body fat because it no longer needs it. Yes, that is happening. Of course, the scale is dropping. Of course, your clothes are fitting looser. But being a rebel is more about, in my mind, because it's so much of it's mental. Being a rebel is about rebelling against what society has brainwashed us into believing about diets, exercise, weight loss, food, meal times, the the clean your plate club. What did we call it? The clean plate club. Remember that back in the day when, well, you got to clean your plate. We go against that idea. We do not accept that idea that is how society, that's how we're supposed to live our lives. That you eat breakfast at 8 and you eat lunch at noon and you eat dinner at 6. Just because society tells us, we reject that notion. We do what's right for us. We don't have 3 meals and 2 snacks so we're going against the society's brainwashing. That's what we're doing. We're going against what society has brainwashed us into believing for decades. I almost said a millennia. Not a millennia. We've been eating the proper human diet for a millennia. We've been trashing our bodies like this for the past 50, 60 years. So there's so much more. I mean, let's break it down. We rebel against society telling us you eat 3 meals and 2 snacks because eating frequently is proven to do damage to the body in so many different ways. It keeps insulin levels high. It damages the gut lining. It's terrible for your digestive system. It's terrible for the hormones. So we don't address our weight problem through exercise because there's no way you can exercise off your weight problem. You cannot outtrain your fork. Okay, not everybody who is hungry at 8 a.m. So society says you got to eat breakfast at 8 a.m. Well, that's the most important meal of the day. Baloney. The most important meal of the day is the meal that works for you the best way. So these are all those things. As long as she believes in the movement, she's a rebel. You see what I'm saying? Like, as long as she is still understands she still understands where I'm coming from. She still believes the code red mission statement, because believing, it doesn't matter to me that she fell off the wagon. It doesn't. That doesn't make her not a rebel. I've fallen off the wagon. Does that mean I'm not a rebel? No way. That doesn't disqualify you. That doesn't mean, just be, and I don't even care that she does it every night. That still doesn't make her not a rebel. That doesn't disqualify her from being able to be a part of the movement. She has to buy into our belief that we do what's right for us, that we do not do what other people say is right for us. We say what's right for us. We have meal 1, meal 2, when it's right for us. We eat when we're hungry. We stop when we're full. It doesn't matter if it's 2:37 on a Tuesday. So what? It doesn't matter if you want a steak at 7:30 a.m. So what? You eat what you want when it's right for you. You go against what they have brainwashed us into believing. Man, they have done a number on us, haven't they? The education system? Oh my gosh. I mean, we were all taught wrong. They're taught wrong in medical school. They're taught wrong in nursing school. Nutritionists are taught wrong. Registered dietitians are taught wrong. We were taught the food pyramid. And even my plate is still not a whole lot better. The food pyramid was driven by industry, created by industry. The My Plate, still created by industry. It's not the proper human diet. So we were all taught wrong, and we are undoing decades of brainwashing and decades of damage. Oh my gosh. I mean, you know how many people are so incredibly afraid of cholesterol. There's nothing to be afraid of when it comes to cholesterol. You only need to be afraid of high LDL if you have high blood sugar. Because why? Because in the presence of high blood sugar, the LDL particle becomes sticky and then sticks to your arterial wall and causes a buildup. I mean, that's super simplified. But I have high LDL. You see me worried? I don't have any other health markers. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm healthy as a horse. I have high cholesterol. Yeah, I eat steak all the time. Hello. That's not bad. I'm super healthy. But we've been brainwashed into believing so many things that are false. You know how many people go to a gym that are shamed into going to a gym? They are shamed into working off that dinner last night, quotes with my fingers. Well, I got to go to step class. I don't feel like it. I mean, they're running on 4.5 hours of sleep. They got massive stress. They're putting more stress on an already stressed out body out of total and complete guilt and shame. So many things that we that we have been brainwashed into believing that has made us sicker and fatter than we have ever been in human history. That is what I need her to buy into. The whole notion that we are doing it wrong in our society, that we're taught wrong, that we're on the wrong path, that we're doing a pill for every ill, and to buy into the fact that healthy people makes a lot of sense, but they don't make a lot of dollars. And that if we are going to create a movement, if we're truly going to have a revolution, it's got to come from us. It's got to come from the grassroots movement. It's not coming from our government. Nobody's coming for us, you guys. Nobody's going to help us. Big Pharma is not looking out for us. They're looking out for their shareholders. We are looking out for ourselves, and we are very, very powerful, especially together. We vote with our dollar every time we eat. That's what I want you to believe. That makes you a rebel. Yes, of course, I want her to follow the rules. She needs to get the junk food out of her house. I know that's what's happening. I've been doing this for 25 years. I know that's what's happening. Because most people, if it's in their house, they will eat it. They are proximity eaters. It's nearly impossible to pass it up. That is one of the top 3 biggest rules of keeping your weight off. The first rule is you stay on the scale every day. The second rule is you always drink all your water every day. And the third rule is you never, never, never allow sugar to stay in your house, ever. If you've got a 5-year-old birthday party, guess what? The last 3 cupcakes, they're leaving with that last kid. Or you go give them to your neighbor, John. And she's not adhering. So she's making things harder on herself. And I don't know her, and I don't know her situation. She's making things harder on herself right now. So there are a few things that she could put in place that would help her situation. And again, I don't know her situation. I know that it's really hard to live with people who are not code red. You can do it, but it's sometimes a constant fight. That's a different podcast for a different day. But she is still a rebel as long as she still believes. If there's still a spark in her of hope, if there's still something down deep in her, and let me just switch this back around to you. If you're listening to my voice right now and there is still something down deep inside of you that still believes, I don't care if you hate me, I don't care if you hate my mohawk, I don't care if I called you out wrongly, I don't care if I never smiled at you on the street and you smiled at me, I don't care if you wrote me an email and I never wrote you back and you're so pissed off at me. I don't care. All that stuff aside. Put me aside. If you don't like me, that's fine. If you don't like my coaches, that's fine. If you don't like my colors or my logo, if you don't like Carrie, if you don't like my mom and dad, that's totally fine. But the movement, do you believe in the movement? Do you believe in what we're saying? Do you believe in that there's truth here to what I'm saying, that I'm onto something? Do you believe that it's not true, that the food pyramid is false and it's making us very sick, it's keeping us sick? Do you believe that meat, vegetables, nuts, eggs, seeds, seafoods, and fat is the proper human diet? Do you believe in water over anything else? Do you believe in making sure you get your sleep at night? Then you are a rebel. Then you are a rebel. And if there's some spark of that inside of you, then I still have you. I still got you. I can still hang on to you. You know, we always make the joke about falling off the wagon. You know, there's falling off the wagon. And then there's actually falling off and getting left in that last town. Or there's falling off the wagon, but you're still hanging on with one arm. Believe me, if you're still hanging on with one arm, I can work with you. I got you. I will pull you back on that wagon. I am strong enough. Believe me, I got nice big muscles. I got you. I'll pull you back on that wagon. I'll wrap my arms around you. I'll love you. You can cry on me. I will hold you, and we will start back over again. We're not going to start back over tomorrow. We're going to start back over right now. It could be 2:37 on a Tuesday. We're going to start back over right now. The people that have let go of the wagon, they've been left in the last town and they bought a house there. You can always come back, of course. It's just going to be a little hard. It's hard to help somebody but that is not her. That is not you. I know you still believe in your heart and what we're doing and what we're teaching and what we're spreading, the message that we're spreading. I know you still believe that in your heart. It's just like Christ. You guys know I love Jesus, and I bring up Jesus because there's nothing that Christ won't forgive you for. There's no sin too big. I mean, there's the sin of blasphemy, right? I mean, but I don't know a lot about that. I don't really know what it truly takes to commit the unforgivable sin. I don't even want to waste my energy trying to think about. There's a lot of things about the Bible and about God and spirituality I do not understand. What I do understand is there's nothing that can separate me from the love of Christ. There's nothing I can do to make him not love me. He's not mad at me. He's not mad at you. And I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you for screwing up every night. Everybody thinks I'm disappointed all the time. My heart is hurt. You know what hurts my heart the most? My heart is hurt when you don't return my messages or you avoid me at Costco. You see me in the mall and you turn and run the other way. That's what hurts my heart. It doesn't hurt my heart as much if you've put on 30 pounds. It hurts my heart as much when you won't talk to me. That's what hurts my heart. But I still love you. I still want you back, So don't think that what makes you a rebel is staying on the straight and narrow. No. That just makes you, really good at following rules and really good at, and yeah, of course you buy into the program. Of course you believe. But you can still be screwing up and still be a rebel. Just like you can still sin and still love Jesus. You can still sin, but you can still be a Christian, right? I mean, just because you sin doesn't mean, what would happen to all of us if we were living under the old law, right? And every time we sinned, we had to sacrifice a flawless calf on an altar. Oh my gosh. The old law was a tough life. Holy moly. What would happen if Jesus stopped loving me just because I sinned? Oh my gosh. And I don't believe in living a life either with Christianity or with Code Red of just falling off the wagon all the time and just starting new back again in the morning. But I will say this, that someday that girl will get it. The penny will drop in and she'll get it. It might take a while. It might take another year. It might take another month. I don't know. But she's going to get it. She really is, if she just doesn't all the way let go. So if you're listening to my voice right now and you know who you are, I never said your name. You're not too far gone. You're still a rebel. You're still in that group. My gosh, you posted in the life group. At least you had enough wherewithal to reach out for help. And speaking of help, we have counseling programs. We have What's Eating You. And it's a digital counseling. It's an online counseling program for emotional eating. I took it. I went through the course. Yes, I did. And it helped me a lot. It helped me a lot. It helped me just the other day. It helped me just today when I had something horrible happen and I was triggered. We have Code Red and Grieving online course to help you get through a grieving process without eating away your feelings. There really is help, but you did exactly what you needed to do. You reached out. And you are not far gone, rebel. Whoever you are listening to me, I got you. You're fine. I don't care if you're hanging on by a nail, by a fingernail, and the train is picking up, the wagon is picking up speed. I don't care. You're still there with me. And I can work with that. But don't forget, what really makes you a rebel is buying into what we believe. We believe we've been taught wrong. We believe we've been brainwashed. We believe that our education has failed us. We believe that Big Pharma has got their hands in everything and that money is the driver when guidelines are set up, and that we believe you have got to do what's right for you. Do you understand me? Do you see what I'm saying? And you know in your heart that this is what's right for you because this is the way we were created to eat. We were never created to eat Hot Pockets and lean cuisines and Red Bulls and Eggo waffles. We were never created to eat C-store burritos. Never. We were never created to drink copious amounts of Diet Coke every day. Never. And you know that. And you know how good you feel because if you've dabbled in the Code Red lifestyle, things have gotten a lot better, haven't they? Yeah. So you're still a rebel. Struggling does not make you not a rebel, okay? Listen to my voice. Understand my heart. You're still with us. I still stand beside you. I will still fight alongside you to reclaim the health of our country, to reclaim the health of our kids, to reclaim the health of our police officers, to reclaim the health of our correctional officers, to reclaim the health of our first responders, to reclaim the health of our churches. I will stand beside you, and we will fight, and we will spread this message. You are a part of the Code Red Revolution because you are a Code Red Rebel. It doesn't matter how many times you screw up. It's good to talk to you guys. 10poundtakedown.com is where you go to get started. Join us on our next challenge, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for listening to this episode of Rebel Weight Loss and Lifestyle. If you're not subscribed already, please be sure to do that right now. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would love it if you could do me a quick favor and rate and review this podcast. That would be just so helpful. Speaking of help, let me know if I can help you. Go to coderedlifestyle.com, check out my programs, and see what we can do for you. Until next time, Rebel on.